Hi everyone, Sam Sharman here, artist, musician, and erotic embodiment guide. And I'm going to be using my platform again today to talk about Epstein files. And video is not about the material inside of Epstein files. It is a message to the survivors, to all survivors of childhood abuse, and also to those in the world who are seeking guidance on how to support survivors and how to actually do the world-changing actions that we need to do. So I think that there's a lot of videos about the content within the files, not from journalists, but from creators like you and me. You can go seek those out. I have been ingesting probably too much of it, but also there is a deep need to find my own peace within the storm. But this is not about any of that. This is about a message of the unique opportunity and perspective that survivors have who have gone through childhood abuse. And I was talking about this with a friend the other day, and to be fair, I didn't fully articulate or explain myself, but he just wasn't getting what I was communicating. So I'm taking some space to really translate this message that people who have been through severe trauma, whether it's sexual abuse or physical abuse or severe hunger or abandonment or whatever your severe trauma is, there lies inside that trauma the ability for you to become a master of something directly related to that trauma. Okay? So for people who were abused sexually, we have the unique opportunity to become masters of our sexuality and our creativity. Why both? Because sexuality and creativity originate both in this sacral chakra. So that houses our emotions, our emotional intelligence. It's another reason why people who have been emotionally abused can be so hyper emotionally intelligent if we do our healing work. Okay? So when I say we can become a master of that thing, you cannot become a master of something unless you have directly experienced that thing and learned how to heal it and utilize it and use it yourself. I don't care how much studying you do from a textbook, you cannot know the path of healing unless you have had to heal yourself sexually. And while there are ever ascending levels, and I intend to participate in every ascending level, I have gotten to a place where I shared this in my last video. At one point in my life, I was completely numb or there was pain there. And now I'm so incredibly multi-orgasmic and so tantric, can have delicious full body orgasms without even touch, with just my breath and my mind and my intention. This is a level of mastery, right? This is something that I had to go in and do the painstaking labor of sitting with and sensitizing and finding pleasure for the first time in places that are supposed to be pleasurable. That doesn't just happen. This happens through deep investigative work and self-awareness. It happens through rest. It happens through talk and somatic therapy. It happens through processing. It happens through creating art. It happens through transmutation. Transmutation, when you actually alchemize, right? This is the difference. Someone may practice something and become very, 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 very good at that thing, and they can practice. But unless you've actually had to alchemize something, that is a whole different origin of mastery, my friend. So although it may seem counterintuitive to say that it's any kind of blessing to have severe trauma, if you make it a part of your healing story, it is. Because then when you do that healing work, you're not just doing it for yourself. This is the other really important part right now. People who have experienced sexual violence, this is a lot of the planet, okay? And the sacral chakra on this planet is severely in need of healing. Severely in need of healing. So when we do that healing work on ourselves, we are doing the collective healing work of the planet. We are upgrading the Earth's frequency. So the most important thing that you can do as a survivor is to do your own personal healing work. And I highly emphasize the role of transmutation. Dance it out, write it out, speak it out, music it out, art it out, paint it out. Whatever your gift is connected to your throat chakra, your sacral chakra and your throat chakra, this is the origin of our creativity. This is the expression of our creativity. This needs to have a flowing connection, right? So whatever your gift is, transmute that shit. Become a master. The earth doesn't need you wasting your time doing other people's healing or other people's work or investing in other people's stories. You doing your work is the work that the planet needs right now to heal. You doing your healing work. So you are a master in the making. Number one. Number two, this is primarily for people who have not been a survivor of abuse, but rather how to support people in your life who have been, which actually, let me start here. Sometimes it's incredibly difficult to bring up this conversation as a survivor. It's incredibly difficult to ask for help. It's incredibly difficult to bring up a conversation that is going to be so heavy. And you're like, fuck, I don't want to bring this person down. I don't want to ruin this person's day. I don't want to transfer my negativity to this other person. So the first thing that you can do is just ask your friends and your loved ones, hey, is this something that you've gone through? Is this something that you have experience in? Is this something that you want to talk about? Check in on your people and invite them to share. People sometimes need an invitation in order to share. So check in and make an invitation for the people in your life to share. Hold space for them. I think going back to shifting to speaking to survivors for a moment, I think I touched on this really briefly. One of the most important things that you can do for your body in the healing phase is rest. Rest. Personal antidote, I have been horizontal for the last 72 hours. This is the first time I have gotten out of bed and put lipstick on since Sunday. I have been going through another deep layer of healing in my journey. Rest is such an important part of that. So then what can people in your life do to support you? Support your rest. Take off menial tasks from people's plate. Go grocery shopping for them. Go fill their car up with gas. Go clean their kitchen. Just do tasks for them so that they can rest, so that they can prioritize rest and their healing. That is not little. That is not menial. That's a really big fucking thing that you can do for the people in your life who are incredibly triggered on a moment by moment basis of what's going on in this country right now and this world. And three, the most important part of this message, and this is coming from not just me, okay? I have had conversations with a half a dozen or so survivors since I posted my last video, and a common theme, and literally, I am not kidding, every single conversation with people that I talk to, do not treat us like a victim and do not give us pity energy. Ick. It's the fucking worst. It's the fucking worst. There have been stages in my journey where I have considered myself a victim and I was in victim mentality. And so, check in, see how they want you to respond. But generally speaking, don't treat them with pity. Don't treat us with pity. Highlight our strength. Highlight the miracle that we're still standing and participating in the world. Highlight the fact that we're so emotionally intelligent and sensitive. Highlight whatever you see in that person as a strong quality that they have fostered in spite, or even because of being a survivor. But do not send pity energy. It's ick as, okay? Okay, so in summary, if you are a survivor of sexual abuse, you are a master in the making of not only your own sexual energy, but also your creative energy and your emotional intelligence. And as you do that healing work, it also raises the frequency of the entire planet, which is in desperate need of sexual healing as an entity of the earth. So as you do your personal healing work, you are doing the collective healing work. And secondly, to people who are not survivors and who want to support and center survivors, ways that you can do that are ask questions, be curious, hold space, invite them to share. Do tasks for them so that they can rest. Somebody do my goddamn grocery shopping for me. And 3, stop treating us with like victims and stop treating us with pity. What we need for you is to reflect our strength. Okay, my loves. I hope this message lands with those with whom it needs to land. I hope it lands in your heart. I hope it gives you strength and inspiration. And if you do have questions or you would like someone to hold space for you, my DMs are open. I love you. Oh, one last message, actually. Part of this whole dump of information on us, the way that it's being done right now, which is very intentional and purposeful to try to get us to go into complete overwhelm and numb and then numb. Very intentional. Try not to overwhelm and numb cycle. Try to moderate and modulate what you're taking in, how you're taking it in, when you're taking it in. Try to support yourself as best you can right now. Everyone needs extra rest. Everyone needs extra support. Don't be afraid to ask for support from your friends, from your family, from those around you, from strangers. The internet is a place with lots of people with lots of opinions, but some of them here have supporting attitudes. Okay, so much love to each and every one of us as we are literally doing the energy of upgrading our Earth's frequency by first realizing the darkness that is here and then detoxifying it by taking aligned action. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Blessings, 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 blessings.